Hey guys, so this is going to be a huge, massive PC build. I've tried to squeeze everything in here so you can see. So the main thing, i9 12900K. We have 64 gigabytes of RAM in total. We have an RTX 3090 here, and what you'll notice is it's white. So this is going to be a white build. We have some Lian Li system fans, 3 in there, and 1 there for the rear. We have a white ASUS ROG Strix power supply, 850 watts, which should be enough to power 3090. I think they recommend 750 minimum. And we also have Samsung's SSD 980 Pro, that's Gen 4, and we also have a Gen 4 Corsair additional storage. And we have Lian Li's Galahad AIO 360. That's going to be cooling the CPU as well. Oh yes, and this, the motherboard, the Maximus Z690 formula motherboard. Everything's going to be connected on this. This is white as well. I think I've covered everything, haven't I? So this is going to be super exciting. I'm super excited about this. And you also want to know what case it's going in. I've just magically got all that away. Now I'm going to show you what PC case all those components are going to go in. Down here. Oh God! I don't know if I've got enough room. Oh. It's this baby. It's the Lian Li 011 Dynamic Evo. I've read really good things about this case, and it's white as well, which helps obviously complement my white PC build that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be a big job. It's like a massive case as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, this is a video of me building a PC. Go upside down. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Yeah, this is it. This is her. God, I need more space. So this is it, the beauty. Fortunately, it's got the plastic stuff on there, which I'll peel off after, because of the fingerprints and everything. But yeah, this is fully reversible as well, so we could have the display on this side, but I think it does mean the inside's been upside down. I'm just going to be leaving it like this. But we have power there, a couple of buttons on the side, module there at the front, USBs. It's huge, and that's the insides. Motherboard going to sit in there. So the first task really is to get the motherboard out and install the CPU, the RAM, and the hard drives ready for it to be seated in here. Let's crack on then. Okay, so we have the Z690 formula motherboard from ASUS, LGA 1700, DDR5, PCI Express 5 as well, Windows 11 ready, Wi-Fi 6E. Nice, love that. There she is. Guys, there she is. What a beautiful piece of machinery. That's the bottom. There's your inputs and outputs. It's packed full of inputs and outputs. PCI Express, M.2's under there as well. This is what I want to look at. Now this is sort of optional. I don't know whether I'm going to use it or not. ROG ASUS ROG Hyper M.2 card. So you can put your M.2s in there, and in there is the Generation 5, so super future-proof. We haven't got any Gen 5 M.2s, but we do have a Gen 4. So I could essentially put the M.2s in here and slide that on the PCI slot, but we'll see. I haven't quite made my mind up actually about that. But look, really cool. Vents, beautiful. So here it is, the i9 12900K in a very nice box. Ooh. Look at that, beautiful. Ooh. Wow. You can make that out there. Nice. Nice and firm. Okay, next up, we're going to install the RAM, 64 gigabytes of RAM in 4 sticks, 6400 megahertz clock speed, which is, the board does support that, but I've seen some videos, I can't remember who it was, where it doesn't seem to boot with 4 sticks. So I might have to, when it comes to booting, I have to take 2 out and see what's what. But I hope that's not the case. I hope this just works and boots up. Okay, all in. So time to install my main drive, 2 terabyte Samsung 980 Pro M.2 PCI 4, and I'm going to put it in the top slot here. Pop that in there. It's spring loaded as well, so it can bounce. And we have a nice handy latch, so there's no screws or anything like that, so you're not going to lose any screws. Put the latch on, and there we go. Simple as that. Okay, next is the Corsair MP600. Get that in, and I'm going to sort it down the bottom here of the motherboard. Now, so there's 2 slots there. According to the manual, this is the Gen 4, the one on the right here. So, oh crap. No. Now there is the Corsair M.2. It does have a heatsink already installed, but I need to take that off in order to get that in there, because that's not going to happen. Okay, so now we have CPU installed, we have the RAM, and we have the M.2 storage, 2 of them in the Gen 4 slots available on the motherboard. So it's now just a case of slotting this into the case. Okay, so now we have full accessibility. We've got the standoffs, which I think are already installed by the looks of it. Okay, let's get motherboard in there. So a massive schoolboy error. I'm not perfect, because I've never installed an AIO before, But I've put the motherboard in there, CPU in there, RAM, M.2, screwed it in, but I haven't put the bracket in for the CPU cooler. So I need to take this out and put the bracket in on the back of the motherboard. That's the one. It's even got LGA 1700 on there. So that is the bracket. Okay, they're in. You can just about see them. So it's ready for the cooler to be mounted. Okay, so we do have an option of mounting at the top there. I don't know though. I don't like how close that would be to the power to the CPU. To be fair, let's see how this sits. Set the system fans, Lian Li Unifan AL120 RGB. These are going to go on the bottom here. They can get out of the bloody box. That's one there, and if you notice, there's no wires on it. See this? Boom, connected. Boom, connected. Look at that. All three connected, and you just connect a cable via the connections at the end. Fantastic. Get it? Fan? Great. What on earth is that? Republic of Gamers little pouch. Oh wow! It's a ring. Does it fit? What finger do I even put it on? I don't want to get it stuck. Oh yeah, you get a ring. Amazing. Here she is. The absolute beast. The RTX 3090. It is an absolute monster. Adjust this bracket under here now. Give it a bit that. Give the card a bit of support. Superb. So you can see my predicament here. I do have another 2 of these cables to come through, so I have one in there, one in there, and there are 3 dangly bits dangling down. To the best of my knowledge, I think I could perhaps daisy chain them, but because it's such a powerful graphics card, I think an independent connection from the power supply, 3 independent connections is probably the best way to go, but that's going to look really untidy. So, just like the 24-pin cable on the motherboard just here, it's an extension. I have now these, so that's going to connect to here, and then that's going to come out here, so that should work, hopefully. Yeah, so this is the really messy bit. That's the controller for the extension, Lian Li Strimer or Strimer, whatever you call it. Now it's just a case of cramming all these cables in here somehow and getting these system fans connected to this controller. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try put the cover on if I can. Wow. So after a few days I finished the build. I did do a couple of adjustments which I'll show you now. But there we go, we have all the wires tucked away there. I added that additional Samsung SSD drive there, that's 2 terabytes. Use SATA there, SATA cable there. Happy with the back of that, looks nice and neat. The Lian Li controllers in there as well that controls the lights. So yeah, super happy about that. Now, another thing I want to show you which I really like, but it's sort of hidden, I have hid it, is you get an antenna. So this is Wi-Fi 6E with the ASUS 7690 formula board. Yeah, iPhone Wi-Fi 6E, but it's got a magnet on, so you can stick it sort of anywhere and hide it. The one we had before this, the Hero board, it had something like this, but it never had a magnet. I really like that. That's superb. All white. I wish they included a white one of those, to be fair, but they didn't. Now, another change I made. If you remember, I brought the Lian Li Galahad 360. It was the SL version, so you got these fans with it, okay, which are different to the ALs. Because I already had an AL at the bottom there, AL at the top, and this was an SL. I just basically bought another set of 3 ALs, took these SLs off the radiator, whacked them on there, and it works absolutely fine. So I've got some spare SL fans there, which I don't need to use anymore. So yeah, we have 64 gigabytes of RAM, the i9-12900K, RTX 3090, all in white. Also brought these Strimer cables as well, which also light up. They're from Lian Li. Mostly Lian Li and ASUS, and TeamGroup as well for the RAM. Now, there's one more important thing I need to do. So here we go, guys, in all its glory. All of these lights are obviously managed, well, some from the motherboard and some from the Lian Li controller in the back here, and you can set them on the motherboard as well. Now this RAM I want to talk about quickly is 64 gigabytes there. That's the TeamGroup Delta Force 64 gig and a clock speed of 6400. Now these will not run at 6400 if you try and put XMP on this DDR5 problem that a lot of people seem to be having. It will not boot, it'll just sort of boot loop. I've managed to alter them at around 5800 megahertz, and that's what it's running at the moment as well. So, and it seems to be stable. So obviously we've got to wait for hopefully a BIOS update, which will allow the full clock speed 6400 to run on those sticks of RAM, you know. So if you take out two of those sticks, I can put them at 6400 and it will work. But yeah, that's a little bit annoying, but hopefully it'll be ironed out in some updates in the future. Like a little makeshift monitor here, because I just want to show you a couple of like benchmark tests that I did on the CPU. Go, turn it on. Doesn't turn on. Turn on the back will help. There we go. Booting up. I just love ultra wide angled lenses. Look how long my arm looks there, look. The microphone's just there. You can't see it, can you? Can you? No. Look. Stretch Armstrong. Okay. Have we got any output yet? So guys, first I want to show you Cinebench. So I did run some Cinebench tests, and we can see single core test 1982 absolutely smashes it out of the park, just above the 11th gen i7 116-5G7. That's only 4 cores and 8 threads. Single core performance on this is absolutely brilliant. And then we have multi-core 26,689. Now it just comes below the Threadripper, 32 cores and 64 threads. Now this is the third time I've done a multi-core test on this, and previously I did get just over 27,000. There's all sort of different variables and stuff. I did have a OBS open in the background there because obviously I've been recording, but that's the benchmark tests. Happy with them. Then I want to show you Task Manager. So right, that's Windows 11 slightly different to Windows 10. Now the memory here, we have 73 gig altogether. I think that's including the memory in the graphics card as well. But if you have a look here, speed 5,866 megahertz. So that's me overclocking the actual RAM in there. That's where I had to play around with it. That's what I've managed to get, but I can't get it to boot running at 6,000 or 6,400 yet. I'm hoping for a fix for that. But if we open up this CPU Z, it tells you a different story. Okay, come on, let's go. Here's a small window here. If we go to memory here, DRAM frequency 2933, which is crap. I mean, they're not cheap sticks of RAM. Memory controller frequency and NB frequency 3600 now, it says. So what the hell do you believe? I don't know. So basically, I think you just need to wait until we get some updates in the BIOS that are going to support these high-rated RAM sticks, and all 4 of them as well. That is it basically. We have AI Suite open there as well. CPU frequency is 4,900 megahertz. It's all automatic through the BIOS. I haven't manually overclocked that at all either. Yeah, so that's it. So that's it, guys. This video was, I'm sure it's going to be really long, this video actually, unless I actually edit some bits out that I just talk a load of waffle. But yeah, this build is complete. Super happy with it. Just the RAM thing I think needs sorting out now, hopefully with some updates. So yeah, if you have any questions about this build, I'll try and answer them best as I can. Just pop them in the comments below. Also, check out my 10-minute tech video, guys. Yeah, you can win the PlayStation 5. It's actually down there on the floor. You can win a PS5 and other stuff as well. Check that video there if you want. But yeah, that is it. Let me stop that. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Hope this video has been helpful or insightful or quite, you know, interesting really, because it is a beautiful build. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.